Don't go off on Izzet.
I will go off on Izzet. Izzet sucks so
Is
much.
it not?
No, like, okay.
No, is it
like,
bullshit? You betcha.
It's like, oh my god. No, okay, because here's the thing. Izzet decks are cheap and easy wins, right? Like, that's my opinion with Izzet. It's so easy to build an Izzet deck. Like,
it's hard to build a good Izzet
like,
deck.
Draw card, shock, draw card, shock, draw card, shock.
Yeah,
like that's all you're doing.
No, you are underestimating like the no. Like play order matters so much in Izzet.
No, okay, but like
okay. You're considering it. You're just calling an Izzet deck a red deck.
Okay.
No, Izzet is blue with a red splash.
Okay, it depends
It's
on
counterspell with goblins.
No, okay, so because like okay, you're talking about goblins, but what I'm talking about is like you have to think about the way I build decks, right?
Yeah, no. You functionally could not build a good Izzet deck.
No, I can't.
Yeah, you could.
The problem is that I can build a good Izzet deck. It's just that would be so boring. You'd just be sitting there watching somebody draw cards and double cast burn spells like mad, and you're like, what the hell? I'm not even playing the game. You're playing solitaire right now.
No, Izzet's great. It's our turn and I can throw fire in your face.
No, but that's what makes it so like, it's so boring.
Okay, you're right. You know what? You're right. Izzet's bad. Everyone should play Grixis.
Oh my
My dad can beat up your dad.
And my dad can beat up your dad.
Hi, hello, my name is Bug.
And I'm Benny.
And this is My Dad Can Beat Up Your Dad, a podcast where we talk about why Grixis is best. Hot Grixis summer, hot girls play Grixis. I will take no further questions.
I'm here for the Simic girl summer, okay? It's all about that Simic ascendancy, okay? That's what it is. It's
fuck that card.
Blue and green.
It's stupid.
Forever.
It's... Cut to the other feed. Show them the ascendancy.
Okay, yeah.
Hold on, is the camera in focus? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is silly. This card is silly.
Sucks.
It does suck. Parentheses complimentary.
This thing.
Simic Ascendancy. Whenever one or more +1 counters are put on a creature you control, that many growth counters. Put that many growth counters on Simic Ascendancy. At the beginning of upkeep, if Simic Ascendancy has 20 or more growth counters on it, you win the game. Now, like, I'll use this as an opportunity really fast to show why this card is so broken and why I love Simic and, like, everything about, like, how silly this is. Because there's one card in here.
Simic never feels blue enough for me. It feels like green but wet. Okay,
here we go. This right here is a really silly win con, right? So Goose Mother, obviously, like it's a flying goose hydra. How do you not love that?
I do love that. Like me, fuck Izzet, Simic, Izzet. Yeah, what color is that? Okay. But fuck Simic also. Live, laugh, love the goose. Like I love funny creature, but like ramp like that.
Yeah, look at this though. When Court of Garenberg enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. At the beginning of your upkeep, distribute 2 +1 counters among up to 2 target creatures. Then, if you're the monarch, which you should be if you've got the flying goose mother that's huge, double the number of +1 counters on each creature you control. So let's play a game. Let's play a game called The Goose Mother is already a 10/10 because this is green and I have ramp and I do things. You put all of a sudden, just from the Goose Mother, 10 +1 counters on Simic Ascendancy. If you've got one other creature that is of a similar size, which you may or may not have.
You're gonna have, okay, one other creature of a similar size or 3 other creatures of a moderate size. Like, yeah,
especially if you have, like, for example, the Hydra that puts counters on it anytime you put a counter on something else.
Okay, but here's my issue with Simic Ascendancy in particular. Like, okay, yeah, it's not going to be out of nowhere. If you see, like, the card's fair enough because if you plays that, I'm going to remove it the second
I can. You should.
Because that's stupid. That's like, that type of win con is so boring to me. Like, you should earn your win con by swinging.
Yeah.
Like, that is maybe, or by fire in your face.
Yeah.
Like, that's, maybe I'm an old head or whatever, but, like, these newfangled, if you just, like, do this, if it's an achievement unlock win, I'm like, okay, sure. It's like there's nothing, like, I don't know, like, that doesn't, it's not competitive enough for me. Like,
this is actually where I will confess something that, like, I love Simic's Ascendancy for the same reason I hate red. Right, I hate mono red decks. I hate red deck wins, and I hate when an Izzet deck is red deck wins. You can do fun, silly things with Izzet,
which you should. No, it's
like,
no. Izzet should be goblin artifacts.
Or
like that. That's the way I like playing Izzet.
Or like red and blue like planeswalkers. Those are really fun. But okay.
What's wrong with red deck wins but counter
It's
spells?
just selfish. It's just so selfish. It's so like. You're not even, like, declaring yourself a problem and then winning the game. Or you're not even doing what my Sliver deck did, where it's like, I'm going to stop everybody from playing the game until you address me specifically. It's just like, double cast, counter spells, oh my god, look at this. Oh, guess what? I've got a bunch of 1/1 goblins and raid bombardment. Oh, woo, look at me. Like,
yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
It's just like, it's...
And it, like, no, and to, like, and there's so many ways of taking, like, one counterspell throws the entire Izzet, like, chain out of order. Like, which they probably have a counterspell for, but, like...
I mean, the easy way to beat Izzet and red deck wins is always life gain.
Yeah.
Like, because, like, you gain even a little bit of life and they'll fizzle out.
Yeah, no, like, it's... I think it's funny to watch someone show up, pop off, try to be the problem, and then, like... Izzet is so, like... It's just wizard shit. Like, it's so wizard shit. I love that. Like, you're commanding lightning bolts and fireballs and just commanding the storms and the seas, and it's like, it rocks.
I hate it because of how selfish it is, and that's like a whole nother topic of discussion about, like, you know, how people play Magic the Gathering, but, like...
Correctly.
Like, mono red is, like, a very selfish playstyle, and Izzet, depending on how it's built, can just be the same thing. And I find it to be annoying. I personally love green and blue because I was introduced to Magic on green. And green makes so much sense to me. You put out big guys and you hit people with big guys. Throwing a little bit of blue, and like I will make the controversial claim that green and blue is like the most magic that exists. It is like creatures in the forest and some counter spells to play some tricks to help the creatures do their job. Like, it, to me, feels like the most I'm a wizard in a tower summoning creatures and casting spells. Like, goblins are fun, but, like, goblins, to me, feel less like you're a wizard in a tower and more like you're a goblin commander that is waging war against a wizard in a tower.
See, okay, and I'm just gonna, like, counter-argument, like, not to appeal to, like, card colors... What's more wizard in a tower than fucking Saruman?
True.
Who's Grixis? What's more... Okay, because he's throwing fire in your face, he's throwing blue fire in your face, he's stopping you from doing things, and he is unleashing literal mass death. That is, like... I mean, granted, it's, like... So the type of magic that you described is very, like... good guy magic.
Yeah.
And I think that might be, like, the ultimate difference between how, like, what you classify as good magic and what I classify as good magic. You, like, this is the hero's magic. Yeah. Like, you're summoning the forest elves to put together the brotherhood or the fellowship or what have you, and you're freaking Snow Whiting around getting little bunnies to come help you, and I'm like, what sort of depraved, fucked up dark arts can I do? What necromancy can I do? What sort of, like, fire and brimstone shit can I do? How do I be a dick?
Yeah.
And that's just, like, that's that good, like, it's fucked up, depraved magic.
Yeah.
Like, conversely, I came into Magic on mono red. I came in on fire in your face, red deck wins, I'm gonna be hucking goblin grenades and lava axes and lightning bolts and ramping out silly little guys. I love goblins and dinosaurs and the Shivan Wumpus.
Yeah.
We love the Wumpus. Oh my god.
See, if I'm gonna be mean, if I'm gonna be evil, if I'm gonna be the bad guy in Magic the Gathering, you know what color? I mean, you know what colors I play.
Mono green.
Black and white. If I'm gonna be the bad guy.
Oh, no, and that's black and white is the black and white is the most evil because you're taking, like, white's very like authoritarian like like white is such a fashy color.
No, it is. Can you can you pass me that gray one with Ariette in it?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. Like, because it is. Like, keep going. I'm gonna find.
Yeah, no, like white is just. It's like the type of like white control is so like lockdown cop shit versus like blue control is silly little yoink, silly little bounce, I'm gonna stop that thing and you can't do anything to stop me. And like to me that's funny because that's trickster magic. Like this is just fucking put Smothering Tide up. Tide. Like fucking yeah, oh my god, Exquisite Blood rocks.
Like, oh my god, no. Like, literally, though.
Like, these are... See, this type of evil, you're speaking my language now.
This is really evil. Like, I really love, like, okay, Erebos, God of the Dead. Your opponents can't gain life while you sit there and just gain
everything.
Like,
yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like,
see, like, and that's evil shit. Like, okay, yeah. Here's the most fascist card.
Literally, each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. But guess what? Because I am building a deck that is an engine that does one thing. Okay. Guess what I also have in here. Let me see if I can find it.
I'm sure it's unhinged and fucked up and probably does a lot of like life, like damage, life gainy, everything each turn.
Wait, where did it go?
You should have sorted the deck.
Oh. The other half of the deck is here. I'm like, I have like a whole other half of the deck right here. Okay?
Oh, what is this?
Each player can't cast more than one spell each turn. I've got two things that do the same thing, except for this one's a flying creature. And then I also have, like, oh, this is so much fun.
You're the reason why they made Farewell.
Well, I am the reason why. That's why I was defending Farewell.
Yeah, no,
because
I'm looking at this and I'm like, I'm never taking Farewell out of any of my decks. Never
like,
mind.
No, literally.
This is just gross.
All of target players' creatures, lands, and artifacts come to play tapped. So fun thing about this card, actually, there was a ruling in 2007 that this affects all opponents, not just target player.
Yeah.
Because there is a printing of this card where it just says, it doesn't say target player, it just says
all players.
Opponents. It just says opponents, not all players.
Oh.
So it's just opponents. And then there's another card that does that exact same thing, which I don't know if I can, like, find it off the top of, like, my deck here, but it does the same thing where everything is coming in tapped. That's not mine.
That's fine. I can deal with this.
And so, like, casting only one spell each turn and whatever it is, it's gonna come in tapped. It, like
that's fucked up. That's
on top of the control style that I play. The control style being, like, you're trapped in a tower.
Yep.
Can't attack or block. You put down one thing, it comes in tapped, doesn't get to do anything. On my turn, it's locked down. It doesn't get to do anything ever again.
Okay. That's awesome. I love this thing. Like see, you're speaking evil to me. Like this is a fun deck. Because your win cons are being a dick. Your win cons not just, ooh, I got a bunch of mana and now I win. Like, that's boring. This is fucked up. Like, I think that Magic should be cruel. I think that Magic should be goofy. I think that, like, I mean, like, obviously, you know, do fun things, have fun as well. But, like, my type of fun is just being an absolute maniac. Like, you know, one of my favorite girls, I should say, is Massacre Girl. Like, what's better than causing mass death from your commander?
Yeah.
Like, she's perfect. And, like, gets her, like, I don't care if she comes into play tapped, all your shit's getting 1/1'd anyway. If that's the only thing that I can do, maybe it does something good. And I don't know, maybe her friend's there. This is such a perfect little, like, Blorbo pet card for me. Like, he's so baby girl coded.
Okay.
This is baby girl. The Archfiend of the Drop.
Oh my god.
Is baby girl. Because he shows up, he's your problem too. He's here for a short time, like, he's here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
And if you don't play him right, you fucking lose. I love that. Like, I I don't like you win the game conditions. I love you lose the game conditions.
Yeah.
I want to be playing precarious. Like, okay, to really kind of synergize like why I like red deck wins shit and why I like Grixis shit and why I like Izzet shit is because it's so precarious, and if you fuck up, like, it feels like I'm wielding power that I can't control, and it might blow up in my face.
Yeah.
Like, that's getting back to what I was talking about in the other show about like why like the storytelling element of playing Magic. Like, that is, I'm gonna go down in a blaze of glory. Like, I don't know. And then I was just going through some of my decks, and I was pulling cards that I thought are funny, good examples of like black cards that I like. This is just a great card.
Let's see, which one is this?
Bojuka Bog.
And it's battlefield tapped. Exile target player's graveyard. Oh, that's pretty nice for land.
Yeah, yeah. Like, it's a fun, fucked up little land that, yeah, it's a slow swamp, but like, one, I get to be a dick to someone. I get to graveyard hate someone. There's nothing better than graveyard hating someone.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, as a fucking necromancer. There's too many fucking necromancers around. I love zombies. I love making. I'm the only one who gets to do that. No, fuck off. No, unless I want to take things from your graveyard, you don't get the graveyard. And most importantly, it gives me an excuse to say Bojuka Bog.
Yeah.
And we live, laugh, love. Like, this is a little off topic, but I love a card that has a fun name. It's hard for me to cut a card that has a fun name.
Yeah.
Like, I will always do that. But like, yeah, I mean, granted, okay, so the topic of this pod, like colors we like, colors we don't like, is, you know, a little bit of a farce, because I don't think there's any color that you and I like refuse to play. Like, I've never really run Simic, but I forget what its fun name is. I like red or green, blue, black decks a lot, because then I can do graveyard shit, or like we were talking earlier, building a Yarick deck that's like the mill based thing. Like, ooh, mill. Yeah. Mill. Like,
I think really what comes down to like mechanics that you like and don't like to a certain degree.
Yeah. Like, like, Rant bores me. Like, I mean, I love a big stompy, and we'll talk about some of those later, but like, for 8 mana, I would there's so many things I'd rather do.
8/1/1 goblin.
Yes. No. 8 lightning bolts.
Oh my god.
I'd rather like kick something that does a funny shit. Like, I'd rather do like just mass fuckery than like big dinosaur. Usually, not always, but like, there's, I don't know. I think that like that. I have some decks that like curve out on like 6.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have anything bigger than a 6-drop in them. Like, because why? I'd like to play more Magic, not big Magic. And that just like, again, to kind of circle back to the little metaphor we had cooking at the head of this, where if you're like good wizard everything versus like bad wizard everything, like, if I'm gonna get something unhinged and evil, if I'm gonna get a big frickin' guy, I'm not paying for him. I'm not gonna pay the full cost. No, I'm gonna resurrect. I'm gonna turn it into a zombie. I'm gonna like cheat it out through some like backhanded goofy way. I'm gonna dredge it. I'm gonna like, no, I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna play fair Magic. I'm gonna play good Magic. Versus like, no, you've like summoned all of nature to help you on your quest to like, you know, Gaia is smiling down upon you and is assisting you in getting out like, you know, Galta on turn 4.
Yeah, which I think like you can, like, I don't think it would be terribly difficult to get Galta
the new Galta. The new Galta you can get out stupid fast.
Oh yeah.
That thing's an 8-drop. That's fucked up. An 8-drop 12/12 that brings friends.
I love it.
That's, I mean, like, okay, that'll probably get me to play more green. There's gonna be,
everybody should play more green. Like, I'm not gonna lie, there's like, because like my problem is with Magic is that like red deck wins, and now this is more of like a standard thing than it is like a commander thing. Yeah. But red deck wins is always going to be one of the top 10 decks. Yeah. Like, it's always going to be a top 10. Yeah. And I hate that, especially as somebody who loves green, because it's like, oh great, my mana dorks are useless.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody's burning the manic dorks right away.
Yeah, as they should.
And, like...
As they should.
And it's just so annoying. It's like, so annoying.
Yes.
There's, like, I feel like Magic very rarely will give love to green. Recently, they've been giving a lot
There's
more
no much love in Commander.
Like,
green's, like, the most powerful color by a long shot, though.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're being like, ooh, green's underpowered. I'm like, no, it's not, though.
Okay, this is somebody, I will say, most of my time playing Magic the Gathering was playing Modern and Standard. Right?
Okay.
So if you're used to playing Modern and Standard...
Then yes. Like there's gonna be some... Like, okay, so what you're saying is you have trauma around.
I do.
You have fucking trauma surrounding Red Deck Wins.
Like...
As a Red Deck Wins player, all I have are good times.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's the problem.
Yeah. No, like, that's, like... It's fast, it's silly, it's impulsive. Like, I like being able to play vibes-based cards, and green is, I'm like, yeah, it's like, you can do a very cool thing with it later, but, like...
I will say, like, Red Deck Wins is a strategy that has created one of my favorite cards to be one of my favorite cards.
Okay.
Right? So, it's great because you can run it in literally any deck, and I honestly think this is a card that I would argue you could put in literally any deck and it would be fun. Chaos Wand. Right?
Yeah,
Chaos Wand is a 3-drop artifact. You pay 3, tap it, and you go through the top of somebody's library and cast one of their instant or sorcery spells. Like, that is always going to be useful. It's always going to be fun.
It's funny.
You always trigger it as an instant no.
Yes.
Never, like, always do it as a response.
It's got to be reactive.
Like, because you never know when it's going to be a counter spell.
Yep.
And if it's a counter spell, you want that counter spell to not just fizzle into nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, you sit, you wait for their turn, you play one of their cards on their turn, and make them eat their words.
There's nothing, like... Playing Magic's great. Playing Magic on other people's turns, great. Playing Magic using other people's cards on other people's turns, like, you can't buy that happiness. Like, you can't bottle that. Like, that's that good.
Yeah.
Like, oh my good golly gosh.
Yeah, so that is a card that will always be one of my favorite cards because of it is reactiveness too. Like, it's something you can throw in a mono green deck that's like, you know, gee dang it, you and your Izzet deck is not going to burn my elf right now. I'm gonna tap Chaos Wand and I'm gonna counter your shock so that my Llanowar elves can live. You stay away from my son, you know?
I'll counter that because I have a counter spell.
Like,
I'm running Izzet. I'm always keeping 2 blue up.
Yeah.
That's never, like, no. You never know.
Yeah.
Like, Like,
And then you've spent 2 counter spells, and I didn't even cast any spell at all.
Yeah, okay. Point. Right. I'm down mana, but your elves are dead.
Yeah,
so, like, I have the moral victory here. Okay, so do you hate, like, Rakdos as much as Izzet, though?
Wait, which one's Rakdos again?
That's red-black.
No, okay, so yes and no. It depends on the Rakdos deck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, because there's some Rakdos deck that just feels wrong. It just feels like another roundabout way of playing Red Deck Wins.
Yeah.
But there's some Rakdos where it's like, no, like Token Jenny Rakdos is fun. Like, if you're like, I'm gonna create a bunch of zombie tokens, we're gonna summon stuff back from the graveyard, and we're gonna just do some silly weirdness, maybe some big dinosaurs. Like, that's fun. That feels like that.
So when it's black with a red splash, what you fail to consider though is in many ways blue cards and black cards can just be red cards, and then it's fire in your face all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, red is just, like...
the best color. Yeah, you're right.
It's exhausting. It's exhausting. Like, red is exhausting. That's one of the reasons why I, like, when I build my green decks, I'm like, this has to be an engine, an unstoppable engine, because it's like, you can't burn away a 30-30 goose in the air.
You say that now.
Like, you can murder, right? You can bounce it back to my hand, you can do all these random things, but you can't go in with a shock or a lightning bolt. Or, like, you know, like, it's like, you're not gonna kill my goose like this. You won't cook the goose, I swear.
Your goose is cooked, toots. Oh, my God. Yeah, no, which is... So I just gotta do some mass land wrath bullshit.
I love land hate. Land hate is like, honestly, that's another playstyle in red that I actually do greatly appreciate.
No, like
Like,
you should blow up lands.
destroy lands.
Destroy lands. Like I'm coming out on the side of on the war against land hate on the side of land hate. Like your pod should be running more land hate, and everyone should learn to just like I don't know build better mana curves.
If you're running a red deck, put in a blood moon.
Yeah.
Put in a blood.
Yeah. Put in 2.
Like
break rules.
If you're don't break the commander rule. Don't break the rules.
Bloody your moon.
No.
Basic lands are now mountains.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That'd be a good unset card. That's
Basic lands are now mountains.
That would be so funny.
Oh my god.
I think that would Wizards, I know you're watching this. Give me Bloody your moon. Please.
Oh my god.
Please.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I don't know. Like it's hard to pick favorite cards within blue and green though. I'm not gonna lie. Like most of my favorite cards are actually artifacts.
Yeah.
Right? And unfortunately my favorite cards, my like literally top 3 favorite cards are all artifacts that I do not currently own. So if you're watching this and want to buy Benny cards.
Which artifacts are they?
So first is the Possessed Portal. Right?
Work.
Possessed Portal, for those of you that don't know what Possessed Portal does, basically it stops people from drawing cards entirely. Like period stop. Nobody draws cards. If a player would draw a card, they skip that draw instead. And then each turn a player sacrifices a permanent. And so basically you need to have a board state that allows you to create a token every single turn or you will die by attrition, right?
I need this in my Oops All Rack.
Yes. Yes. So Possessed Portal is like, oh my god. Like it's an artifact, right? And I love it so much.
It's like a 5-drop?
I think it's a 5-drop.
That sounds 5-droppy.
Yeah. The other is Chaos one, which we already went over. And then the other one, another one that I really, really want, and I want to put it in my elf deck, Sands of Delirium. Sands of Delirium, which is just like it's such a clean, like perfect mill card. It is the perfect mill card because you can throw it in a mono green deck that doesn't have literally any other mill interaction and still get a mill victory because it's just
nothing better than a mill victory.
You tap it and you pay X and target player mills X cards. And if you're playing a mono green devotion deck producing hundreds of mana, you can just insta kill with a mill and like on one turn, like in one turn, like I'm gonna put down Sands of Delirium. Most people are not gonna recognize that card. It's literally a bulk rare.
Yeah, God, love a bulk rare that fucks things up.
Like it's a bulk rare.
It's like what, like a 50-cent card?
Yeah, it's like a 50-cent card.
Yeah.
And so, but everybody's like Sands of Delirium. What does that do? And then like,
and they look at it, it's like okay.
And so they don't counter it. Even if they look at it, they'll be like, okay, whatever. What are you gonna do with this in your mono green deck? Why'd you put a mill card in here? And it's like, oh wait a second, you can produce 100 mana in this turn. No. Like boom, mill. Like your deck is gone.
Turn everyone to freaking dust.
Literally.
Yeah. No. That's. Oh.
Those are my favorite, and they're all colorless, right?
People say mill versus discard. I say mill and discard.
No, mill and discard. Literally, like that's the next deck I'm gonna build. Actually, is mill plus discard. I'm literally gonna basically like everything that was fucked up about my sliver deck. I'm just gonna make that its own deck.
You gonna do that with Yarok, the Desecrated?
Probably. Like I love discard. I love mill. That is like once again a byproduct of me playing modern a bunch back in the day.
I love mill. Like they're like you don't need a counter spell if they don't got spells to counter. Like that's that fucking good.
Yeah, actually, now that because like since like you were like, oh, you should splash black in that.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of fucked up black shit.
Ley line of the void.
Yeah. Graveyard hate that. Oh my, yes.
Like sending you to the shadow realm, bestie.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because if you're milling a fucking like. If you're milling someone like me who's gonna be doing a bunch of graveyard shit anyway, yeah, like. Ooh, get redundant with that. Throw like a Tormod's Crypt in there.
Yeah.
Just like,
I will say, like, okay, so one card that you're gonna want to, actually, there's two cards that you're gonna want to put in. One is a surgical extraction and an extirpate. And
Yeah.
is the other one.
Oh,
Because
God, yeah.
as soon as, like, because there are some Eldrazi that as soon as they hit the graveyard, they go back into
Yep.
the deck or something like that. As soon as something like that hits the graveyard, you are gonna want to instant, like, exile that from the graveyard immediately.
Well, I mean, again, you just Torment's Crypt. Just immediately, like, reactive, bam, graveyard exile.
Yeah.
Like, just have a lot of ways of exiling things.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to build this thing together? We can make something really fun.
Oh my god, yes. No, please. Like, literally, I've been, like... Because, like, I put... Like, I'm so silly. I put mill cards in almost every single one of my decks. Because I'm like, oh, I love mill.
Because I love a little mill.
And I recently have, like, I'm pulling all the mill out of, like... I'm you know, I'm summoning the Avengers. But, like, it's like... Sorry, we have to recall you from these decks and put you in one together.
You know what the name of this deck should be?
What?
Yark the Millionaire.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
I brought some cards to share with the class that are like, I hate green. Me, 10 minutes ago, I hate green. I hate big stompy. I think they're stupid. I brought 3 of my favorite big green stompies that I have run in anything I play green. We're going to go in order of like least favorite to most favorite. So we're going to start with my big stupid Phyrexian dinosaur boy, because he comes in, he's hard to deal with, and he can kill you with toxic.
Yeah.
Like, this is a quick clock. It's a big goddamn dinosaur. Like, it's cute and whatever, and it's not that hard to ramp out. And then the other 2 cards that I've got, like, I don't have much to say about him. Oh god, this is a perfect card. This is, for me, we've got the Lurgoyf, who I like playing first and foremost for the name Lurgoyf. Second, it's a fun variable card that can get bigger or smaller depending on what's going on.
Oh my god, this would be perfect for that mill deck.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, get it. It creates a whole fucking sub creature type, just the Goyf line, like Tarmogoyf and all the different like silly, like Terragoyf. Like I love guys that are just like graveyard based silly dudes.
I love how the creature type is just
Lurgoyf.
He's just like, no. This is
I'm the Lurgoyf.
I am the Lurgoyf.
Yeah, no, like he's just fun. He's got like that so like crazy and world buildy. I love the creature design. He's a fucked up little dude. And he's cheap as like he becomes a bigger problem as the game goes on, and especially if you're doing graveyard shit and you're doing a lot of self mill, you're just gonna gas him. And, maybe ungas him a little bit because you're pulling your own creatures back out and whatever. But, like, if you're mill your friends and family.
Yeah.
And then the perfect card. This is the only good card. This is... Honestly, I would get a tattoo of this man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I kind of want to get one. Giant Edifice. He's a big bug. I'm a bugs, he's a bugs, he creates more bugs when he happens, and they're also gonna create, like, he does insane silly token Jenny. You slap a Helm of the Host on this motherfucker, and it's Jover.
Oh my god.
Like, I can just fucking Starship Troopers your ass with a bunch of giant bugs.
And literally, aren't there a ton of, like, I mean, say you're playing blue-green. This is why I love blue-green, though.
Hey,
right?
you know what would be funny with that?
Huh.
Doubling season.
Well, yeah, no, because, like, not only doubling season, but also, like, aren't there, like, some cards that it's, like, a blue spell, it's, like, like, duplicate, like, tokens that you have?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, this comes in as a copy of a creature you already own. Oh, yeah, no, I've got a fairy, I forget its name, but it comes in as a copy of the creature you own, but it's also a flying fairy. So what if I had a flying giant edifice?
Yeah. Another thing that's important to remember, okay, if you're running a deck with Giant Edifice and you have the budget for it, put Nykthos Shrine to Nyx in it.
Yeah.
Because, and this is really, really important.
It's a little Devo.
There's devotion. And if the creature is a copy of this card, it also will have the devotion.
God, Edifice is the perfect card. Like I rarely run green, but when I do, it's in Gruul. Or Golgari. But like, oh my god, just, it's the perfect, like, because a big stupid trampling bug flavorfully for me is already like funny because the big stompy is something that should be a little stompy.
Yeah.
But then that it just mutates into another one of itself constantly, and then each of those mutate. It just like, and there's 7/7s.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and there's 7/7s and they're tokens. So like there's just
Destroy all non-token creatures.
yeah. Yeah. Why not? Like there's the possibilities are boundless with the big giant boy.
Yeah, I mean literally like just between giant Edifedge and like a Scoot Swarm.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is why I love green. Okay, this is why
green has some
gonna be in my
funny
heart.
guys. Green has funny guys. I will absolutely okay. I think what turns me off of green is the green enchantments. That like I know they're cool, they're really funny, but like they don't. They aren't fucked up.
Like yes, I guess. Like okay, like Garruk's Uprising. This is why I love green enchantments though. Whenever
they're useful.
enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Whenever
Creatures you control have trample.
You know, creatures you control have trample. You know, you draw a card when you put down creatures with 4 or greater. Like
no, like and I have a Garruk's in my Minskin deck. So like no, like there are great freaking enchantments, but like they don't feel they're like passive in a way that's just a little too samey and normal for me. Like I want something that they don't feel precarious. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't have like some weird goofy drawback that I'm having to kind of deal with.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, which dragon
was this? The dragon you wanted? The bronze dragon?
No, I wanted to look at the copper dragon.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, that's fucked up.
I love the bronze
that's
dragon.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Like, I mean, literally, green flyers. Like, can we talk about how mean green flyers are?
Green flyers are fuck.
Green flyers.
Nasty.
Like, I feel like
big stompy flyer is fucked up. Like,
there's not a lot of flying in green, but the flying that there is
fucking disgusting. Oh my god. I brought some Izzet cards to share with the class too.
Oh yeah, let's bring out the Izzet that I hate so much.
Look. They're token Jenny Izzets.
Okay, token Jenny Izzets are way more fun. Like
these are. I'm choosing between them right now. For a deck that I want to work on brewing. Like these are. My brain is broken. Let's clear those guys off. My brain is broken, and immediately I'm like, these are bad commanders. They're bad commanders because they cost too much. Because they're 6 and 7 and Izzet. And I'm like, when are you gonna get this out?
Oh no, yeah, are you kidding me? 6 and 7 and Izzet?
6 and well, okay, unless we're doing Izzet artifacts. Like, because, you know, we've got like
actually, okay, I have a card.
6 out. You could Brutaclad out in turn 4.
Let me like keep talking about your thing. I'm gonna find
I mean, so like what I love about both of these is I mean, Ovika takes forever to get out, but once, like, if you can get her out if you can get her out by turn 5, which I think is super doable, she just starts doing some funny spell slinging shit and creating goblins, and I'm a slut for goblins. If you can then consistently, you've got at least 7 mana that you're playing with every turn after that, you're getting down, if you're being smart, you're getting down 7 goblins at least, like, as the table goes round. And, you know, obviously, don't burn all that mana on your turn, even though it's funny to get a bunch of little guys that all have haste right then. You know, it's even funnier getting guys with haste on other people's turns. So you gotta be smart and cool about it. But, I don't know, what are you looking for?
I thought that it was in this pile of things. It's a little mana rock that grows, and you can only use it once.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was. It's in that.
I thought it was,
here,
but
I think I remember seeing that.
Here,
no, you talk a little bit. Shit talk Izzet for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like. I mean, Izzet is
Lotus Blossom, right?
Oh wow, I'm just.
Blind. I'm like, I know which card this is.
I'm just blind. So like, look. This is the ramp card for Izzet to ramp into these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the turn 2 play, the beginning of your upkeep. put a petal counter on Lotus Blossom. Sacrifice Lotus Blossom, add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of petal counters on Lotus Blossom. You put this down, turn 2. By turn 4, you will have like at least 2 counters on this. That'll pop you up to this. Or if you wait one more turn, it'll be 3.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not like the fastest. And
it's not,
like,
but like, okay, but that feels, the one thing that I'm going to say against this, that, like, if I see that on the table, if I have any artifact removal, I'm like, that's going to be a problem later. I know it's only going to pop once, but if it pops, if I see the Izzet card with a bunch of access to one color in red or blue, no, that's not happening.
I mean, because there's a ton of like, honestly, okay, please tell me you run Omniscience in your...
I'm going to,
okay.
yes.
This is...
I need to get an Omniscience,
This is
yes.
Let Omniscience cook. This is the...
Yeah, it is.
This is preheat the oven so you can put down Omniscience.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
that's what this is.
Yeah, but like, no one's gonna let Omniscience cook. I'm not gonna let that thing sit there for 7 turns. Or, you know, fuck, I mean, I guess Omniscience, you get that down by what, turn 4? That's still cooking for 6 turns.
I mean, in blue-green, I could put... Oh, I need to put an Omniscience in this blue-green deck.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
No,
do.
you don't. No, you don't.
I definitely do.
Okay, no, you have too many X spells. Don't put Omniscience in.
It'd still be worth it. It would still be worth it even with all the X spells.
I know.
Because, like,
I just don't want you to have Omniscience in that thing. It's gonna suck to play against.
It already sucks to play.
Yeah, you know what? No. You're right. Put a fucking Omniscience in that. Like, oh my god. Stop making me stop making me gas up Simic. That's gross. That's cruel.
This is why I love Simic.
No.
Because Simic, you can do so much fucked up bullshit that's like just fun to do. It's just like, look at me, I'm doing magic. Like,
no, but like, Izzet?
Like, this is a very look at me sort of deck. And this like, Izzet is look at me. Look at me.
I'm the captain now.
And like, Simic is like, look at me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, Simic's bratty bottom colors. No, Grixis is sadistic.
Yeah, Grixis is sadistic, yeah.
Oh my god, we'll save that for a whole different podcast about what your playstyle says about how you fuck. But
a lot.
It says a startling amount.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like, Izzet bullshit, like, I don't know, yeah, Izzet stuff is like, it's, I don't know, yeah, it is very look at me.
Yeah.
In like a mean way.
And it rocks. I want to play mean magic. I want to be a fucked up wizard. I don't want to be friends with the elves. I want to see them burn. Like, I don't know. Maybe I got the wrong lessons out of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Oh my god. Throw it into the fire, you know?
I just want to, like, I don't know. I want to fuck the orcs.
Oh my god.
You can't fuck the orcs if you're running green.
Yeah, true. But you can summon Ents, and they're cute, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So, like, yeah, I think this is a good ramp card. I think
it's a bad ramp card.
Since we're talking about, like, favorite colors, well, I mean, look. Okay, let me make the case for this. How much proliferate is there in red-blue? And how much...
Yeah, there's a lot.
Okay.
Which is why I wouldn't let it stay on the fucking board.
Okay, but this cracks at instant speed. So if you try and destroy this, boom, you pop it. If anybody tries to destroy it, you pop it right away.
Okay. Okay, no, it's fine, but like...
in my opinion, like,
here's the thing. That does not get a single counter on it until your next upkeep.
That's true.
I'm not letting one cycle go. If I see that, no, I'm fucking killing it. I will, like, you're right, there's a lot of proliferate. There's a lot of, like, once it's on the table, it can become a problem. I will not let it become a problem.
I mean, okay, but, like, how much artifact destruction do you even run?
A lot. A lot.
I mean, you run, like, probably a bit more now. But the last time I ran a real artifact deck against you, you kind of, like, struggled to deal with all of them at once.
I run more.
Like,
because of that.
Yeah.
No, oh my god. Like my Krenko deck has a lot of artifact removal now. And
Okay.
I love artifact removal. It's the second coolest thing you can do behind land removal.
Yeah. Like, that's fair. I mean, and to be honest, like, since we're talking about favorite colors, one color that I didn't mention that I think is actually, like, my objective favorite, and that is colorless.
Colorless rocks.
Because all my 3 favorite cards are colorless, right?
Yeah.
And they, like, because, like, there's so many artifacts that do, like, silly, fucked up stuff.
Like the rack.
Like the rack. Like, no.
I love the rack.
I own, like, 3 versions of the rack. I've got the rack, I've got Viceling, I've got another type of rack.
Yeah, I'm running 2 of those in Master Girl.
I gave all my racks to
all your
Bugs.
racks belong to us.
Yeah, and so I want to buy a bunch more.
Yeah, let's get some racks tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go buy some racks.
Oh my god, for real. And, like, if you're watching this and you want us to buy more Magic cards, like, at Bias Sets, we really want to do a sealed on this show.
Yeah, we want to do, like, a live stream.
Of like, War of the Spark, right?
Yeah,
And so, right now, that's just on my wish list. I'm going to create a separate wish list just for
we should put that together,
this.
definitely.
Yeah,
no, we've got so many silly ideas for, like, how we want to expand this. I've been pushing for a chaos constructed situation that would be we're looking to branch into not just like pre-recorded episodes, but like live episodes. We're already doing this with like minimal cuts anyway, so why not just be on a hot camera? That are gonna be, throwing decks together or just even like hanging out and brewing and riffing on like current deck builds. Like, because like we have a lot of opinions that like we want each other to be running the best decks possible.
Yeah.
Like, I think is like a big thing here is why if I'm gonna be playing against the deck, I wanna know that it's been lovingly constructed or hatefully constructed.
Yeah. And that's another thing that, like, I kind of, like, I mean, I really liked that we did the deck building episode.
Yeah.
And, like, I think deck building is always something we're going to be talking about again and again.
Always.
Because, like, I really like to encourage people to build their own decks. Because, like, not to be, like, an evil bad person or anything. I'm actually, you know what? I will be an evil bad person. I'm going to be a little judgmental. And this is specifically against people who play competitively. Okay? So if you're a casual player and you don't have time to build your own deck, it's fine to go online and find a deck list. I encourage people to look at my deck list and replicate what you like.
Yeah.
But if you're a competitive player and you just like, this is a top 10 deck and I'm going to play this, I a little bit hate you.
Okay.
Like,
I think that's a great place to start. To me, finding a deck list, especially if we're talking like standard or modern, like for me, if you're using a top 10 deck list, like for like, oh, this commander works best with these cards, that's boring. Why are you playing Commander?
Yeah.
But if it's standard or modern, to me, that's the equivalent of like buying a pre-con Commander deck.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start with it and then get fucky with it. Like I love seeing all of the variations that like my friends and people that I follow, like on what they're doing with Scam right now.
Yeah.
Like someone just posted like her Jund Scam situation. It's got like it's full of beanstalks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, that's gross. Like, let's take this base, like, okay, we know that the evoke thing works. How do we get nasty with it? Like,
yeah.
I think that it's fine, but yeah, like I also love it when deck building is personal.
Yeah. I feel like it just has to be. Like, I don't know. I think it just adds like a certain character and quality that is sort of unbeatable. And like there's just a certain type of Magic player that they play just to win. So they will put out all the money they can to buy only the top deck.
And so why are you playing Commander?
And so yeah.
That's like, which I mean I don't run into that, I feel like, too much in Commander.
Yeah.
Like, and CDH is a different thing, but even then, yeah, like it's get weird. Find the funny bulk rare combo. Like, yeah. It's if you're gonna play a deck that always wins, I would bet good money that after a month and a half of playing it, you're gonna take the deck apart.
Yeah,
I think that you are going to get, especially if it always wins in the same way.
Yeah, I mean, how many like modern decks are there that are like, oh, this is my turn 3 victory, or this is my turn 2 victory, and it's like, great.
Well, yeah, and then you got a meta
Yeah.
around that, and I think that's fun.
Like, and
there's enough people playing it that it's.
I know this is me being.
I know, and
this is me being salty and petty towards people who are just like, I have money and I want to win a game.
Yeah.
Not really like,
Okay, yeah.
I'm interested in Magic the Gathering. This is a fun hobby for me.
Okay, and that's the difference. Is like, yeah, there's a reason why we have a fucking Commander podcast, and we're not like the sweatiest girls in the state.
Yeah,
like,
really, like
Jesus, but.
Like, I like building sweaty commander decks.
I love a sweaty commander deck. Like no, my commander decks perspirate a little bit,
Yeah,
but like
yeah.
I don't want like I mean it's journey, not destination for me. Like, and that's why I circle around the colors that I like, and that's why I like. Okay, to me, like a reason why I don't like green, it feels sweaty. It feels a little sweaty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want to sweat in those ways. Like, I'm not here to flex those muscles, you know?
Yeah.
But
okay, like, she says this, but like, Bugs' decks are all very sweaty.
they're fucked up.
Like,
No, they're sweaty. They're sweaty, but they're girl sweat, so it's different. No, they're sweaty decks, but they aren't like. I feel like there's enough flavor going on. There's enough.
It's finesse. It's finesse.
It's finesse.
You know?
No, my decks are cocky. They're bullshitty. They aren't like. I'm not just here to win.
Yeah, you're not deadlift sweating. You're like fencing or something like that. It's like gymnastics.
It's dance.
You know?
It's dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
My decks aren't that sweaty, I say, looking at my toxic deck.
I know, literally, like, you don't understand, like, so I have to constantly be building my decks around, like, toxic, right? So, like, to me, I have 10 life when I'm playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
But, and then you'll go to the store and you'll be like, oh, nobody's playing toxic. That's so weird. And it's like, no, it's not weird. It's that Bugs just puts toxic and everything. And so I have to, like, build around a sweatier meta than, like,
A sweater.
Yeah, I the sweater.
The sweater.
So, and that's why colorless is my favorite color. Because when you have too many little mites going after you, sometimes you just gotta put down an ensnaring bridge and tell everybody to stop for a minute.
Just, I don't know, play a Larry's disc.
Oh my god.
I love Larry's disc. It rocks.
Oh my god. What does that do again?
That's, taps, blows up all creatures, artifacts, and enchantments.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. It's the fun little, it's the nuclear launch codes.
Yeah. That's what's on the disc.
Yeah. But, I mean, that's how you deal with the ensnaring bridge, and then I'll just come back with more mites.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, you know what it doesn't blow up? Planeswalkers. I've got planeswalkers that proliferate and shit.
Yeah. Which, like, as a random aside, Super Friends is, like, 5 colors my favorite color, too. 5 color and colorless. Those are my favorite colors. Like, I like being silly. I just love planeswalkers. Something about them is just so alluring. And
yeah, they're fun.
I love the cheesy planeswalkers, too. Like, the ones that, like, don't have +1 abilities.
Oh, I love all of the terrible War of the Spark planeswalkers.
They're so fun. They're so fun. My favorite is the little Obnixilis that came out with that.
Yeah.
Where it's like whenever a player draws a card, they take damage. Like, putting that in a discard deck is so evil, because it's like, all right, you're gonna draw 2 cards. All right, now you're gonna discard 2 cards, and it's like, you just made me. It's like milling, but with extra steps, and you take damage at every step of the way.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta put. Discard is the perfect counterspell.
It's my favorite way to play black.
Yeah, no, it rocks. It's so funny. No, nothing. Waste not. Perfect card.
Perfect card.
Oh my god. I'm gonna make you discard it, and then I'm gonna get things because of that. Like, I'm either getting a little dude, some mana to do something stupid, or a card. Like, thanks, buddy. I think we should just splash black and everything.
Yeah.
Green's great with black.
Yeah, green and black, that's
Oh
fun.
my god. We can play him a big stupid frog boy who does nothing. I will figure out how to make Yargle competitive. Yargle and Multani is so tempting for the, like, you're telegraphing a Voltron deck, but frog.
Yeah, who doesn't love frogs?
I love frog.
Okay, I'm gonna be real, they need more frog tribal.
Yeah, they do.
They're working with mice and rats now with Eldraine, which I love, because, like, I honestly, like...
I want to build a rats deck so bad.
No, okay, and, like, I think I like what they're doing with the rats now, because they're making the rats friendly. This is the Ratatouille effect, chat. Or viewers. This is the Ratatouille effect.
They can be chat.
They can be chat.
They're chat.
Yeah.
They're chat.
Sorry, I've got streamer brain. Like, because, like, a lot of the rats before are, like, you know, typhoid rats and blight belly rat, and they're all these,
gnawing
like,
rats, burglar rats.
Yeah, and they're all these, like, grungy sort of, like...
They're my boys.
I'm gonna poison you. But now the new rats are like, no, this one's a chef, you know? Like, no, this one's a chef. Or, like, the 3 blind mice.
Yeah.
And, like, stuff like that. Like, they're really, really fun. I'm a little bit sad that mice and rats aren't like...
Yeah, no, I hope that, like, soon they really synergize me. I have someone who plays with mice and rats, because, like, I love silly little guys. And these are the silliest and littlest of silly little guys. I
want some sort of enchantment that's something along the lines of, like, rodents you control. Like something where it's like mice and rats, right?
Yeah.
Where if it's a mouse or if it's a rat, it gets, like, the similar synergy. This is, like, purely wish fulfillment at this point.
It might, like, I could see it happening in, they're doing the all, like, animals set coming out, like, this time next year. That could be something where, God, it's gonna be the red wall set. It's gonna rock. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see a little more cross-pollination with them.
Look, that just reminded me of, like, a silly, like, Unfinity, like, combo that's out there, like, which is just, like, because, you know, the My Little Pony cards, right?
Yeah.
One of them has, like, synergy with any creature that has a smile.
Yeah.
And they're, like, some of the demons out there, like, smiling, and so you get these little My Little Ponies.
My Little Pony and fucking Massacre Worm. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, let your playgroup run the My Little Pony cards. They're perfect. I don't care if they're silver. Run silver border cards. Oh my god.
Like,
can we buy some We should do an Unfinity draft.
Ooh. Everything, if we say we really want to do something, I can pretty much guarantee you we are going to put it on a wish list at some point that you will be able to buy things from and be able to watch that.
Yeah, no, like, we will get groups together. We're again, like, we're trying to build out. I love how this is favorite cards, favorite colors, and also kind of more like info dump, but like whatever.
Info dumping on a Magic the Gathering podcast
run by 2 trans women.
Oh my god, I'm
shocked of shocks. But yeah, no, we've got some very silly things planned. Some more live streaming, some more just. We want to play some games. We're gonna play some games. We'll play some games with y'all. I'd love to bring people, like, viewers on.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we're also looking to expand into bringing guests on. More information on that as we've developed it. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a little off topic here, and it's been an hour again.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like the big takeaway from this is that Izzet is perfect. And...
Oh my god. No, it's all about Simic, okay? It's all about getting your silly little win con, where even though you could kill people with creatures, you just actually win the game with this one silly card anyway.
I'll see this and I'll raise you. Let's find a really funny blue, red, green commander.
Ooh.
I don't know who would be good.
Wait, is that Animar? I think that might just be Animar.
I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll run an Omnath.
Yeah.
Who cares? Anyway, my blue, red, green dad can beat up your blue, red, green dad. I'm Bugs.
I'm Benny.
And, Izzet forever.
It's Simic forever.